Can't wait for the VOD to get blocked and whatnot because of that, but whatever. I'll just have to retrospectively? Afterwards, whatever. Mute this part of the VOD, I guess. But I thought, why not open it with one of a very classic song, of course. Oh yeah, I should say that I did, since someone pointed it out, I actually forgot about the unit, and in hindsight I definitely would have done that. And I did, and I say so at the start of the video. I replaced this thing with the V150 actually. I didn't even, for some reason I just forgot that this existed when I adjusted the deck after that thing, so I did put that one in instead. Take Karagod if you have the balls. I'm afraid Karagod is too good for me. I think he is too good for me. I've been thinking a bit about Commonwealth as well, because I think Commonwealth is probably, if I had to say, the second worst coalition in the game. Red Dragons being the worst. But I think there's, and Mixed Blue and Mixed Red are also better, I would say, but I think other than that, for 1 versus 1s, other than that, I think Commonwealth is probably the worst, although it should also be said that there's still a big gap between, or a reasonable gap between Commonwealth and Red Dragons. It is still significantly better than Red Dragons, but I think every other coalition and standalone USA, USSR, and Israel, I think are probably in 1 versus 1s better. Team game is a whole different beast. I think Commonwealth is one of the decks that has the biggest difference in terms of power level when it comes to 1 versus 1s and team games. Some other decks are, more similar, Eurocore, Baltic Front, that type of stuff. It's similar in performance when it comes to teams and 1 versus 1s. I think Commonwealth has the biggest drop off. Blue Dragons. I think Blue Dragons is a lot more. It certainly has some issues, but I think it is stronger than most people give it credit for. But I think it's also a deck that relies a lot more on making good use of Chumats, the Ninja, the Planes, and the Planes can sometimes screw you with the RNG. They can sometimes be a bit inconsistent, the KF-16s. I think other than that, the only thing it really lacks is some strong indirect fire support that the K9 Thunder, in my opinion, can't really provide as much. I think Putin thinks this is not too bad, but I'm not a fan of this thing. It is only 50 points, so I guess you could get like a 2-stack fairly cheaply. Still, I don't think it's very strong. There were times he did wonders with Commonwealth. Yes, that is for one, before DLC was a thing. And with the DLC came a good amount of balance changes. And thirdly, also I think a change of playstyle and knowledge that was more easily available and became apparent through stuff like the armory tool, which allowed us to realize certain things that we haven't thought of before. Red Dragon has one of the best IFV. I wouldn't call the VTT323 the best IFVs. I wouldn't even call it I mean, technically it is, of course, but for wargame purposes, I wouldn't really call it an IFV. It is effectively, for all intents and purposes, it is a support card, an AA unit that you just take in the infantry tab instead. In a similar sense, how LSTR sometimes, and air decoys as well, act similarly, although they fulfill some more roles too. What were some of the top takeaways when the armory tool came around? I think stuff like noise values on guns. I think that was one of the first things that I looked up when it comes to the recon tanks, for example. I think the CTQ actually has a slightly quote-unquote quieter gun than the Recanning. And then later on, stuff like reload times, short reloads, aim times on artillery. Yeah. Supply usage of artillery, supply usage of certain planes. plain weaponry. The fact that the MI8s are completely busted, but that's not one of the first things. Salvo links, yes. Although salvo links were kind of... some MG stats were already... actually no, because Armory Tool wasn't really... Oh, we found the game. Armory Tool wasn't really the first time someone actually took the stats from the files. That is not new. But it was the first time that someone without the modding... without modding tools and without needing the knowledge how to use those properly was able to actually look at these kind of stats. So most MG stats were already apparent beforehand, but of course, yeah, hidden stats. Like I said, some hidden, many hidden stats were already like made available beforehand. Like I said, through modders, you know, taking a look at the files, through other stuff. The Armory Tool is effectively just an easy access type of thing to those stats. So something like in theory, everything we know, of course, was technically visible via the modding tools, but it just took a lot more time and was a lot more cumbersome, and again, harder to do for people like me who never used that before. Which units fell out came into favor? I see. I don't think... Let me think. I don't even know if there were any units that specifically because of that came into or fell out of favor. That's a very, very good question. It's a very, very good question. Huh. This is tough for me to think about it while also doing the deployment. Scan SBS, and I don't have a lot of AA. Another Stormer here, where it can actually make use of the range and the open terrain. And just, you know, to make sure, let's get another Wolverine. Yeah, depending on... Today might be a tough day, or not, you know, if you don't get any strong players, you know, it might not be too big of a deal. Probably also Commonwealth, on top of just being very awkward, is not very good against healer rushes. Although this is not necessarily because it doesn't have the tools. You know, it's Centurion, Challenger Marksman, they would perform pretty well. However, I think it's just very tough to fit those in. This is Super Prima, those are... Those are Erikois. It's just very tough to fit in as well. Ooh, oh, there's spikes in there. Oh, is he playing Moto or something? I completely fucked up my micro here. Also, slide is over there because I don't know what's in there. Oh, Commandosi. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Oh, the Commandosi were in the Scots, of course. Okay. That actually makes a lot more sense. Did a spike come in the fucking Super Puma? I'm very confused right now. Right, it's bam. My opening was absolute dog shit. Oh, there are air decoys. Right, the KRKK was there as well. I forgot about that. Is that it's an anti-helo plane? Wolverine, shoot again! Oh no, no! Oh my god! Not nice, not nice. Oh, I think it did shoot again, but it missed. Come on, Dozy. He's not playing Moto. They are on veteran. Also, he has PTR 50s. I'll come back to the hidden thing discussion in just a bit. I was trying to bomb my freaking. I hate KTs, by the way. Bombing my freaking AA. Yeah, I said freaking. I said the F word. I'm a bad boy. Oh, look at the aviator ego. Look at the aviator ego. Oh no, don't get sideshot. Oh, there was also, okay, there was a Merida, okay. I thought it just got absolutely demolished by a single KT to the side, which I wouldn't doubt, but was still kind of hilarious. Oh, okay, no, hold on, no, those are air decoys. Those are, I think, air decoys. They will actually one-shot these. Oh, they were using the Igla, not the AT gun, so the Leopards, so why they shouldn't have. Those are spikes. And now you can move up again. Happy birthday, Haroon, but you'll have to wait for tomorrow, for tomorrow's video. Where actually, spoilers, I do use the voodoo, and I do use it to reasonable effect. Quite reasonable effect. Actually, as Kippy here as base defense. Wow, that Salamander has been doing absolutely nothing. Get some Centurions. There's Abyss again. Did it just one-shot me with the crit? It just dealt 6 damage. Or maybe it was firing 2 missiles and I didn't see it. Could very well be the case that I missed it. Nice park on the bridge. I want you to fight a Salamander, please. Let's get some scouts there. The Maxuses are spotted, probably by something down there, if I had to guess. Oh, there's Assyria. Or something in here. Are those air decoys? Potentially. Spikes in that forest there. Annoying. Well, let's get a... No, I'm gonna save for a tornado, I think. It also allows me to deal with this bis. No, artillery aim time was never really too much of a deal because it's something that you could very simply just test. It's like, I mean, most of the stuff you can of course test, but stuff like MG reload time and stuff is obviously a lot harder to put into real proper numbers just by testing. But artillery aim time was definitely not a big deal. It was always very easily testable. That's a Syria. Holy fuck, you're one obnoxious asshole. That's the 65.0, sir. What? Ah, oh, fuck, dude. Alright, at least it's dead. Move, 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 move. Maybe you can survive. It's not a B5. Those were empty.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Bunch of KTs.
Who's a passenger? All right, sweetheart. What are you waiting for? Breakfast in bed?
Salamandra again. I should move these up. No, Wolverine and Stormer together. Oh shit, he completely demolished me.
Need a ride? Who's a passenger? Need customers for a taxi run.
Did I lose my Syria? My Stormer? What did I lose my Stormer to? Don't tell me I lost the Stormer to the fucking... Oh, I think I might have lost... If maybe the Stormer was firing... what happened? Was it firing at a plane and then the Salamandra killed it? I hate this. I hate healers.
What are your orders, sir? Someone called for a cab?
Is that a 6 HE motor?
Got something for me?
Get fucked. Just put one of you in there as well, just in case.
Check this completed, ready to go.
Get some more wool. Let's get another Stormer for this area here. We do have SAS as well. Saving up for a second tornado. I'm also just trying to... I also... Oh, interesting. I also try to lure him into my AA, of course. And just be a deterrent for his anti-tank planes.
The sky is ours.
Plus, of course, the range allows me to engage him at ranges that
Weapons locked and loaded.
his mix will not be able to engage me.
Need customers for a taxi run. What are your orders, sir?
Oh no, so just commandos. I can absolutely wreck those. Oh no, those are KTs.
What can the
I thought those might just be BTR 50s. my god, SAS are so inconsistent, man. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. This is a 6 HE motor.
Someone called for a cab?
Bam, no ECM. Dude, his Osa, where? What a cheeky bastard. That's where his oh, holy shit. It's very cheeky. That's smart. It's very, very cheeky.
Is formed and ready. Someone called for a cab?
Honestly, if I had to do one change to Commonwealth, it would be put the SAS in the recon type like they were in European Escalation and ALB. At least either. Holy shit. At least either of those. Because in the infantry type they're so unflexible at the moment. And that would both make it easier to put them in and buff the fucking hell, dude. And buff the recon type that is absolutely horrible at the same time without like making it like a ridiculously strong recon type all of a sudden, you know?
You'd be blind without us. Why does it always have to be
Keep
me?
this smoked so he can't use his his KTs at range.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Get some commandos.
Comes for a taxi driver. Need some extra eyes, sir?
What if all special forces cost like 15 points more but also had very good optics? You mean the infantry to have special forces? That would significantly weaken most of them. Because they are already very expensive. And that would make them even more expensive. Duh.
10 degrees up.
But like, given how vulnerable infantry is most of the time, I think that would basically make all special forces be played by virtually never.
What can the infantry do for you, sir? Where do you want it to
Holy shit, get into the fucking building.
There are two types in this world, artillery and cavalry.
This guy, I'm actually very I really like this endurance, honestly.
You've got something for me?
I should definitely work on my AA though.
Looking for a taxi.
Honestly, I'm fine with that. Okay. Where is this? It's like firing from there or something. There it is.
Degrees up. Fire.
I like always get like one hit, but never enough. Seed, good one. Did I not buy a new Stormer? I think I did not. Very good stealth. It's hard to tell, but I'm not sure. Do you mean like giving very good optics to even infantry? Oh my god! Look at this! I love Wolverine so much, dude. You're a bit too late with that artillery, I'm afraid. That's a lot of mortars, dude. Wolverines are like one time they don't do jack shit, and the other time they shoot down fucking 10 planes on their own. They're so hilarious. Ammo box it really.
What are your orders, sir? We're on the move.
This is Avia once again.
Grab the binoculars, Corporal.
Generally curious how it'll do against those Centurions. They're already damaged, but they have some good armor.
Sky is out.
Killed one.
What are your orders, sir? Just spit it out.
Oh, now he has like. Oh no, that's just a Salamandra.
We've been engaged.
so inconsistent, these SAS, dude, so inconsistent. With their anti-tank weapon. Oh, these stupid fucking spike squads. Max has missed.
And his rifle.
Elite peace runs are consistent. No, peace runs are perfectly good. Oh, now he has a Uragan. Jesus. Wait, is this counter battery or CV sniping? I don't know. I think this is counter battery. Two front armor. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I turned in time.
Who do you want us to transfer?
No, but peace runs are good. They got price buffed and veterans buffed in one of the last patches of the game. They got like a very good double buff. They're probably a tad too good right now. Especially given to compared to similar planes. Oh, THs. God, that's unfortunate. But yeah, honestly, SAS and Recon Tab, they would do so much for Commonwealth. So much.
Extra firepower? I'm not at liberty to discuss previous missions with you, sir. You sure it's safe?
Kill his fob. I don't know where his fob is. And it won't be an issue, I don't think. It'll drag a bit around. You know what, let's... I shouldn't do it. Let's see if we can do like a push into Echo and like kill his 2.3. We'll probably not be able to hold a position, but like... I'm curious what we'll be if we will able to achieve anything. Oh, hello, Motor. At least SAS have better air optics. That's true. That's true. But I know you're being facetious here, obviously. But for those people who are watching, it generally doesn't really matter much, since they still have worse air detection than proper AA. Jesus, like I don't know what's wrong with SAS. They are always so inconsistent with their 84. I don't know why. It's a mystery to me. Wait, did I need? Oh, I don't know. Cool. Okay, he surrendered. It's a mystery to me. I don't understand it. I still wait. Why did my? Huh? What? Wargame chat? What? Where did my ranked lobby go? Where did my ranked lobby chat go? I know I remember writing like GLHF and he was typing something. What? I'm confused. This is very confusing, but okay. They're not elite. They will be a good amount more accurate when they are elite in blue mode, of course, when they get that extra veteran system. No doubt. Alright, let's take a quick look at the stats here. He was basically playing like a modo, like very infantry based, only light tanks. Marines and LAV 25s, oh yeah. What do you think about his hypothetical armor idea? There would be 2 values for armor, resistance against kinetic and resistance against heat. Would certainly be interesting. Would potentially give more room for like these low AP heat vehicles. So it's definitely worth... I mean, obviously nothing's gonna happen to Wargame, but it's certainly interesting. I don't know if it would be good or bad. Hold on. I did kill the landed Super Puma. Hold on, where's... Look at this Wolverine, man. What a Chad. Mercer was not showing any mercy. Ha! Centurions, yeah, like I said, I really like the Centurions. Having both the Centurion and the... Hold on, let me... Having both the Centurion and the Leopard Ace-1 might be a bit overkill, because Leopard Ace-1 is mostly for the medium optics and high rate of fire kinetic gun for like IFVs and such. Then again, like I can like nearly get like 1.5 Mark 5s for that, and with 16 RPM they will like 12 RPM with the, in theory, 1.5 Centurions, you know. For basically the same price would obviously outperform it, but the medium optics are also just kind of nice, and none of the Centurions here have medium optics either. Fun fact, the Anzac Centurion has worse availability, despite on top of having a worse MG. Not Ace-1 Plus. Ace-1 Plus is too close to the Maxes and wouldn't fill the same role here. Maybe I should give it a try. But I'm still just testing out a lot of stuff, like this gunship here. I'm not running any ATGMs. These upwitted airborne 90. A lot of experimenting going on here in this deck. I usually don't like running these, but I'm like, at this point I'm like, I might as well just experiment around, right? I would really like to fit a 5th plane, but if I want to run the AS90 or like 5, I will need 3 support, 3 AA pieces. There's no way around really, unless I take manpad. I did consider, and maybe I'll try it out if I'm gonna be really unhappy with SAS. I did consider, well, first of all, I did consider maybe running a Milan 1 in the Lynx, probably instead of SAS, since I only have 3 cards of Lynx H7s. Although I guess I could always just cut this healer, which isn't very needed. Running the Milan 1s in Lynx H7s, because Milan 2s I will probably not put in, period. I think if I'm gonna run 80 gems, I'm gonna run Milan 1s, like I did yesterday for a game. But I felt I ran out of rifle infantry, so I took them out for now. If I'm gonna run 80 gems, it would be Milan 1, either in the 5-pointer or, and that would be something I would have to test first, the Lynx H7. Or, which I thought about earlier today, if I'm really unhappy with the SAS, I might try Javelins. Javelins are far from bad. They're cheap, have decent range and 5 HE. And one of the main reasons I would use SAS is their Stinger, right? Obviously combined with the 84 and the fact that they're 10 men, but mainly the Stinger, because if I want capable infantry in a Lynx, I still have SBS, right? So that is also something I actually did consider, but obviously haven't tried out yet. This game was pretty much you alternating between saying how much recon SAS would do for Commonwealth and complaining that SAS are so inconsistent. Yes, however, the problem is that SAS are taking an infantry tab slot while also being pretty niche, right? Because unlike LSTR, they're worse against infantry, they're worse against tanks, they're worse against, maybe not specifically in Commonwealth, but LSTR and air course are so much better against any aerial vehicle most of the time, because the 4 HE versus 5 HE doesn't really matter, and they have more range and more accuracy. And then of course SAS only come in helos, making them even more inflexible and have lower availability. I know you were very a bit facetious, but I still wanna jump on that for anyone else who was actually curious about that. And then of course, you know, taking them in the recon tab, you know, would basically be easy, because what else are you gonna take? There's not a lot of strong choices here. SPS and a Lynx H7 is probably as strong as it gets. And that would allow you to, one, still get SAS without having to effectively sacrifice that infantry slot, right? It would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Actually, in a way, 3 birds, because if they were in the recon tab, they would probably get access to ground transports, even outside of the Pinsker, probably Saxons and Stalwarts as well, maybe Spartans, but that's not a big deal. And it would also potentially alleviate the need for a Wolverine for some affordable and wheeled AAPs too, you know? So yeah, that one change would go such a long way. And I would definitely not think that this would in any way, shape or form make Commonwealth suddenly OP or broken or whatnot. Because for one, SAS would still be underwhelming when compared to Edecoys, both in terms of transport options, outside of the H7 of course, but you don't get KTs or something. And thirdly, the Commonwealth will still have issues. Pathfinder said the A4 low, would they be okay? Oh yeah, that would also be really nice. Something like the A4 low. They would probably wouldn't necessarily take them, but if they were still 25 points, they would have their niche for like cheap. But given the fact they also have a carbine, I don't know how well their MG performs, but they would be interesting to say the least. Something else that would be cool, but if the Fusiliers, the basic Fusiliers, had access to the Stormer, that would give Commonwealth access to a cheap, higher than 1 armor 5-point transport with line infantry, because it's also something they don't get. But given it's Marines only transport and it's 1983, I assume. I guess the fact that it's 1983 is basically irrelevant, but I assume it's just not very realistic. But that's, I think that SAS change alone would go. I would really, I would cream myself. Why is much it's 90 MG considered bad? Because it's most of the time worse than the RPK. Although I have to be honest, I'm not sure if it's really considered bad, but I think it's not really considered an upgrade. Because the rate of fire isn't that much higher, I believe, and they have a shorter burst length, meaning that when they're panicked, they're generally more affected. However, if you upweight them and whatnot, that might not necessarily be a big deal. I have to be honest, it might not be as bad as I myself often say. But I think it generally just doesn't really matter, since Mordschützen are, even if it is better, Mordschützen will be more cost efficient, unless it's like ridiculously better in a way that it's kind of a bug, you know. But the fact that they're 5 points more expensive make them so much more inefficient, of course, against infantry. And the fact is just that in general they're not very consistent as well against vehicles, making them a rather subpar choice unless you have to take them. Transports with one side armor are shit regardless of front armor? Nah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, 1 extra front armor goes a long way. Yeah, of course, 1 side armor versus 2 side armor is noticeable, but not nearly. It's relatively niche, you know. It is of course a big deal, like if something like an AMX 10 or like 10-11 AP lightly armored vehicles ambushes like your reinforcements and kills like 2 or 3 of these transports each with 1 shot. Of course, that's where it's very noticeable, but I think those are still relatively niche scenarios. Delta Force the A4 on, put them back to 25 points. Yes, to this day this is a nerf. This was a nerf. They made them 5 points more expensive for something they didn't need. Delta Force were reasonable at town fighting. And the A4 was just basically what they needed, because it is a suitable anti-tank weapon that can one-shot 2 armor transport without increasing the price. But of course some US fanboys got their way, and yeah. I wish SAS had a card Gustav. I mean, it would be kind of good, and like, yes, it would make them more consistent. On the other hand, if they land 2 shots in a row, that makes them just a lot more, like, not helpless against stuff that has decent armor and potential high suppression or something. Or the other, of course, the other option would be to give them the law 80. Also, SASR, I'm not sure what, weren't they, if they were 15 men, I was considering taking them. At first I thought 35 points, can't go of him 3. 15 men, oh no, they're only 10 men. If they were 15 men, I was considering taking them in the Aslev for some high HP, like town brawlers. And unfortunately, they're only 10 men. Don't know if any 10 man unit gets more than 6 rounds. I think SAS and LSTR and such only get 6 because of their special role with both Iglas or like AA and anti-tank weaponry. I think other than that, they usually get 8, I believe. Like they get 8, the Royal Marines got 8. These get 8, Edicos gets 6, yeah. What bring back 3 HE rifles for special forces? Oh man, I remember the time when fucking special forces got a damage boost, I think based on veterancy or training, I never remember. It was only very early in Red Dragon. And SAS was like, they were one-shotting planes, dude. I remember the video, I don't know if it happened to me, or I was on a team or something, but they were one-shotting a Rafale with the Stinger. It was hilarious. SSR Shred Inf. I mean, yes, but they're so expensive. They're so expensive, and they don't nearly have the DPS of something like Fajimega 90. They have an SMG and a basic MG. I think the extra 10 points compared to Canadian Airborne 90s are not worth it. SAS Spike was fucking hilarious. Ooh, who is this? He's playing Blue 4 too. Alright, let's see. Open map, not necessarily very good for us. Depending on what deck they're playing. Let's get an Airborne 90 here. I think he's on my mute list. Should we drive like a Vickers down the road and see if we can catch something off guard? Not sure if I want to open with the Jelly too, honestly. This is one of the situations where I would love to have 80 gems, of course, but yeah. Get some Centurions going. Some THs going. Some cheap spam infantry. Let's get a Stormer. Get a Wolverine for this side in case, you know, we need it. Honestly, let's get a gunship here and just hover it low. It's only 30 points. Fuck it, let's get a Jelly 2. I haven't used a Jelly 2 in such a long... I mean, I did use one yesterday, but that didn't really count. Alright, I'll be right back. unsettling if you don't flank the base. Hello, Ramco. Your SAS I landed. Oh, yeah, I fixed that. Legitimate pattern stream snap. I don't know if you want what you want with the gunship. Yeah, I mean, I get the point. But it's cheap. Oops, typo. Okay, let's just do this and see what happens.
Get a better look from there. Changing position. Start the end. Sneaking in.
Just hope we don't get healer rushed. I guess I could just use the links here from the infantry CV. Didn't think about that. Idiot me.
What is it you want now?
Let's put a smoke wall up there. It's here actually.
God,
I have 104G.
because I won't.
It's the Dutch one. It's actually quite annoying. Ooh, I should have landed this earlier. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Need a ride?
Should have thought of that. Of course, it means I don't really spot any healers from him. Should he healer rush me? I started with an ace 90, so that's why someone wrote ace.
Roger, changing position.
Oh, I see. Oh, I don't have a J2. I have an ace 90 instead.
Give us the coordinates.
Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I thought when someone wrote ace 90 question mark, I thought he was like, why do you have this in your deck? Okay, okay, this is yeah. Alright, we're gonna take it we're gonna take it slow here. That's a Recon Leopard 1. Oh my goodness. It has heat rounds. Damn right it does, dude. Okay, let's just keep smoking this and just not push at all because we don't have anything to follow up. That's a 2F5. He's very passive as well, so that's great. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, good that I drove that down there. Alright, let's just keep smoking here, dude. Why did he drive back there? I don't remember. Is it Stinger? It is Stinger squad. Go on, please. Yes, get fucked. Okay, what a sneaky little guy. Let's get a Chili 2 here. Put these SAS in there. Alright, I guess we might as well make use of our ace 90. Get it. Yes, KCT unloaded here if I had to guess. Alright, we can start doing some stuff with our stuff here. Yeah, that's right, let's do some stuff with our stuff. We will get a tornado next. Because I will need the H7 to deal with the KCT that are in here, and I want to protect it from his F104, of course. Let's get this out. Plus, obviously, protecting this against ATGM planes. Right, nothing in there. That is Chili 2. Smoke you off. Also get some canned rifles in there. They did fire some rounds, okay. Also get one in there. Put you in the thing here first. Come on, get some line of sight, please. Just to make sure I get another ass lap in there. Ooh, very aggressive. I guess I did build him a smokescreen to use defensively. He capped, okay. I missed his 2F5 by the way. No, I hit. Let's fire in there. Let's go to CV as well then. Not attack moving here because I don't want it to stop this present moment, because I want to hunt down the Jelly that we're canning. There we go. Let's get like yeah, let's get one of you in there. Flieger fast. Let's get a supply truck, and we're looking decent. No, don't do that. There was a lever 2 here. Where did I kill it? I want to get side shot by it when it appears in this bush here suddenly. That's a fucking lance, dude. Oh my god, right on target, really. Okay, then let's just park an aviary like in here or something. Okay, this is gonna be oh perfect, dude. Just perfect. I did still win because they were down, they were quite low. Let's get some commandos in there. It seems to be clear, so let's pull you back for now. I think we're gonna use these commandos to push in mid soon. I also will use the HLV to resupply those SAS. And we have to get this first before we go into the town. Put something in here just in case. So Fuchs with the Milan. It hit! Oh, it's elite, it came with the Fallschirmjäger 90. Oh, that's a Vercanning. Alright, fine, let's get a Mexus in there as well. Oh no, it's not a Vercanning. It's just one of you guys. you resupplied. Oh my.
Why does it always have to be me?
Okay then.
I'm making an attack run. At the ready, sir.
I think it was somewhere in there.
Enemy is in range. So are we. Near there. Who's a passenger?
Don't show your sidearm like that, please.
Formed and ready.
See if we can deal with that thing there. Let's get another mortar. I don't know what you just fired at, but you were aiming at something, so this could have been AA.
Do you have something for me? What can the infantry do for you, sir?
There's his 205.
Near the left.
Damaged quite heavily.
Sir, yes, sir. Do you have something for me? Meet customers for a taxi run.
Go for these, please. Oh, that thing there.
Just another hunt.
Oh, you missed, really. Let's get a 4-sec of Centurions. Did you miss again? You missed the... What is with this jelly? There's the Gepard. 3 misses in a row, dude. Okay, this mechanic... Oh no, it didn't miss.
Do you have something for me? The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Yes, sir. We're ready to
Ah.
bring the hammer down on them, sir.
What did I kill? Supply truck. I don't know if I got the Leopard.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle. Sir, yes, sir.
Let's get some wheeled infantry in there. Let's get something like Vickers. I'll just get like something here for now. Get this back.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
I'll put you there. He has like AA somewhere in this vicinity. Yeah, there's the Gepard. Oh, this is not good. Horrible play by me.
The sky is ours.
Please. Thank you. Actually needed the gun to kill him. Quite a joke. And I got killed. Wow. Even bigger joke.
Down to the infantryman and his rifle. There are two types in this world, artillery and targets. Sir, yes, sir. Let's give them some iron.
Let's also move you up.
Ready to move, sir.
Get that. Oh, I didn't get it really.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a new Chili too. That's his cheeky scout.
They could rescue the dead one. Off your arse and on your feet. Let's move.
What happens here? Oh no.
Enemy lines. Move out, soldiers. No time to rest.
Okay.
Enemy contact. Nothing we can't
Let's get this for the MG.
sneaking in.
Okay, got that. Very nice.
Off your ass and on your feet. Let's move.
That's a leopard 2 of some sorts.
Are you talking to me? We'll get a better look from there.
Got the Vickers here. It's got the ass left there. This is F104 again. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Let's get a Wolverine here. It's a leopard 2.
Weapons locked and loaded. Sir, yes, sir.
Fly truck, need you there. You move up. Throw. I haven't thrown chest yet. Oh, right, he has a spare CV there. I forgot.
Let's rock and roll. I'm hunting to coordinates.
It's just gonna drive in there again, so let's bombard that.
What are your orders, sir?
Get a new tornado up. Let's just see if one. Oh no! 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 Okay. Okay. Okay.
Are you talking to me? Check is completed, ready to go. Is body snapping?
Alright, I got you. Still has his Husaren squad there, so let's make sure we get that. What's that? It's another. That's a peace rhine this time around. Oh, there's a KWS actually. You know, let's park you down there.
Air defense ready.
I lost the Vickers. Does he have like ATGM somewhere?
What are your orders, sir?
He does. Oh, those are FSJ 90.
They're the only good, Raggy.
Fallschirmjäger.
Air defense ready.
I'm not ticking. I should buy a CV.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
It's another leopard 2 of some sort.
Scatter formation.
So I don't get sideshot while I move in there. It's KWS again.
Completed, ready to go.
Oh, he's going dangerously. Please hit. I did hit. Oh, he's pushing. Oh, these Fallschirmjäger. They got absolutely demolished. Oh, okay.
Captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Tornado's just a bit too fast to get 2 missiles off.
Looking for attack.
I already had an SAS squad on the way here, so let's get a CV instead, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Let's get some commandos in there.
Yes, sir. You've got something for me?
Didn't really do much against the Mexas. They have pretty low AT power.
Infantryman and his rifle.
Oh, there was a fucking side shot, hell yeah. I thought, oh yeah, the base leopard 2 only has like 5 side armor, right?
Ready, sir.
So, yeah, just enough to one-shot them to the side.
Starting to get dangerous here.
Oh, it's a new one, okay. Hold up, is this still alive?
Fire. Destroy.
It shouldn't be alive.
At the ready, sir. Sorry, sir. That's clever.
Okay, you're dead as well.
If the enemy's in range, so are we.
And basically we blind, yes. But you saw that it did spot the Canadian airborne as it fired. 2A1 would not have spotted it beforehand either, so the difference would have been... Maybe that it survived. I don't know the side armor difference off the top of my head. Oh my god, Wolverine, we get it. It's starting to get dangerous here. We get it, dude. We get it. We get it. And you actually missed. Again. Is he playing? No, he's not playing mech. He's clearly playing unspec. As we saw, 2F5 and wheeled vehicles. Another CV. Get some more AA around the field here. Never be too careful. But I don't think he's gonna... You know what? They're cheap. You know, they spot helos early enough, so let's get some. Doesn't really matter what weapons they have. Yeah, KWS is better than the F-16 because it has better veterancy. And is cheaper. And just as survivable. Well, I guess I was right to buy this AA here. I didn't really do anything for him. GG. And he left. Okay. F-111 died. I'm pretty sure it did kill the 2F5, but it died before the bombs killed it. So that's why it doesn't show up. So in its first run it didn't kill anything, but it did damage the 2F5, I'm very certain. Right, the 2F5 doesn't show up here anywhere. Okay, let's take a look here. First Jury 2, absolutely horrible played by me. Aviary, kill the Gepard. Ace-9 didn't really kill a whole lot. It did kill that 1 HP Gepard in mid, I think. Wait, I did kill the KWS eventually. I guess it was while I was right. I gun run the escort. I needed a second run, and I was like, all right, let's wait for that to happen. I missed the long range missile on the KWS. So I guess in the same turnaround, it fired another missile at the KWS and actually killed it. Hilarious. Wolverine one. Did it one shot? Did it not need two shot? I'm gonna run this deck for a while, this version. I'm not gonna do anything. I wanna quickly take a look at the replay actually. Try and sack armor to no, I'm sorry, Commonwealth only today. I can be glad that he was so passive, and I guess, yeah, he obviously didn't realize at all that I had no no heavy tank there at all. Very cheeky with the thing. I'm so glad I drove the Bison down. It would have caught me off guard. I'm pretty sure I still would have done fine. Although the Stinger would have been quite a big deal because they would have made it a lot harder to use H7s and the like as fire support. Oh my god, dude. Dude, the Ace-90, yeah. Quite heavy on the side actually. And like only one proper squad here. Interesting setup. Not how I would do it, but did he? Oh, he accidentally loaded the Stinger into the Milan squad. That gunship killing the Stinger was clutch, very clutch. What's my opinion on Commonwealth Armored Around spec? Well, I mean, as you might know, I did run quite a lot of Commonwealth Armored. I think the lack of any wheel transports, the lack of Lynx H7s, and the lack of Wolverine is a much bigger downside than having a high veterancy Centurions or M41s. Also, I'm not sure if anyone is curious, I did use M41s a lot in my Commonwealth deck. Still think they're good tanks, still think they're good units. The problem with them is they don't really substitute fire support properly, as depending on what deck you face, they basically can get nullified by stuff like Maratus, etc., right? Which stuff like a THS, stuff like Centurions don't necessarily because of the high armor, plus the TH doesn't really fill its own, like, doesn't take a slot away since it comes with infantry, so that's a different thing. But M41s, they're the type of unit similar to M36s. They're nice to have when you can fit them in, but as your main fire support, they just don't work because they're too inconsistent due to it heavily depends on what your opponent is running and how they're playing. No, I do not think that Coltrane. And M1 IP, sure, M1 IP is going to dogshit against a 2A5, for example, but so is a Leopard 2, a 2A1, and I mean 84A on the open field. The thing is, well, I would say the good thing is maybe as well, it has low AP, especially for the price. It only has 15 AP, but that's good. Why? Because if it had 17, 18 AP, those would probably be AP that you don't need but still have to pay for. The M1 IP is mainly there, or like, yeah, it's mainly there to either fight light or tanks in the same price range, roughly, at close ranges, or like lighter tanks on open ranges, and most importantly, really, kill anything that isn't a tank in the open field. You know, stuff like Modern 2s, etc. more consistently than something like an M1 Abrams. But I still think that it can very much fill the role of something like a K1 or a Maxus. I think the range will certainly sometimes be annoying when you have to fight against specifically those tanks in the open field, but I don't think it like makes it like completely useless. 15 versus 17 AP at 4th range, for example. There's obviously that one or there's by definition kind of, you know, the 2 or 3 the two types of armor thresholds that you will suddenly need 3 shots versus 2 for. But that's not, yeah. You don't fight super heavy with it like 1-on-1 or anything along those lines. Okay, I did deal 5 damage to the 25 with the bomber, and then I killed it. Honestly, the only thing I want to see is how much damage the Ace-90 did to the CV. Oh, it has 2 side armor as well. That is actually quite a big deal. 2 front armor is like, hey, nice and all on CVs, of course. I mean, but 2 side armor actually helps quite a big deal because artillery, of course, front is only 1/4. Like the difference between 2 and 1 is quite significant when it comes to HE damage, right? Outside of small arms. The 1 armor takes just as much damage from an Ace-90 as 0 armor does, both suppression and actual damage. So the 2 armor actually helps quite a lot against artillery. But only 2 front armor on, and then 1 side, 1 top, 1 rear, which quite a good amount of IFVs and APCs, etc. in form of CVs have. Doesn't help a whole lot, but 2 side armor on top of that is quite a big deal, because then it's only the top and rear that actually take full damage. Yeah, I barely did any damage to it. Yeah, I was slightly misplaced in my position here. Oh god, he was so incredibly light here. I could have pushed with the infantry easily. Yeah, nothing sneaking around the flank either. Leopard C2 is not as good as it seems. The problem is also just that the C2 gets one shot by stuff like M84s, Wilks, and yeah, in forests. And the Maxus is such good tank for its price range that the C2 being so close price-wise fills up, or just, you know, takes up AP in a deck when it's not really necessary. Or like worth it, I should say. And then Maxus is, in my opinion, a necessity, not only because it's so good, but also because it's the best tank you get in Commonwealth that is cheaper than a Jelly 2 and is actually maneuverable and mobile in a certain way. And even then it's only 60k mage, which is fine, but not particularly fast, right? If we take a look at Abrams's, M1 and M1 IP, 75, M1 A1 65, and then M1 A2 again 70, right? Especially the M1 IP and the M1 being 75 is quite nice. Leopard 2 line 70 across the field. Also 2A1, 2 extra side armor would survive barely, just by 1 HP, a side shot of the Car Gustav M3. T72s are all pretty fast. Oh, actually, 60. Here we go to 70 in the OBRs, and then 65 for the BU. T80s are fast. 64s are 65 to 70. And M84s, obviously, you know. I think Wilk is also only 60. K1, I believe, is 70. Yeah. So even then, it's very good for Commonwealth, but across the spectrum, it's still on like the lower side of average, I guess you could say. That's, you know, the other big issue with Commonwealth. Jelly 2 also only 60, the Jelly 1s, and the Chieftains. Let's not even talk about the Chieftains, right? It's quite abysmal. What do you think about battle rifles or assault rifles? Battle rifles are generally better on line infantry, and I believe, and I would have to do a lot of tests, but I'm pretty sure they're also better on shock infantry. Yes, because of the suppression. The thing is, purely on paper, at the respective maximum range of these guns, right? The average damage output, like given accuracy, given the unit is calm, and given the maximum range and the accuracy and rate of fire, the average damage is the same, you know, as it is for the, if I remember correctly, maybe it's wrong, it's the same as the average damage of a SMG at SMG's maximum range, right? You have a high rate of fire, but a lower, you can see, this might actually be accurate, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it actually is. You have twice the accuracy, but half the rate of fire, right? 0.2 times 240 is 48. 0.4 times 120 is also 48, right? So at the respective maximum ranges, these guns deal the same damage. But then you have to take into account, alright, they have a higher maximum range, which means that in forests they gain more accuracy due to scaling than the SMG, right? And they have a higher suppression. Which means that battle rifles are basically better in forests. However, and I believe this is also... Okay, let me restart. Battle rifle is best for line infantry for sure. Reservists, it doesn't really matter. Shock infantry, I believe, is also the case that battle rifles are the best. Ignoring carbines and such for now. On elite infantry, however, it's a completely different deal, because Let's take a look. There's only a few with battle rifles, like the Kustiagare. They already have 80% base accuracy, which is high. I mean, it's cool, right? However, you have to take into account the common veteran or elite, which means that already due to the veterancy accuracy bonus, right, they basically already cap out at 90-something%. Which means that they don't gain any bonus in forest range, in forests. Right? Like 90% at maximum range versus like a 96-99% at maximum range versus 99% at forest range is obviously the same. So that's why on elite you either want... This is why elite SMGs are actually pretty good. Because they have some decent base accuracy, they gain a lot of accuracy on due to the veterancy bonus, and the suppression doesn't matter as much because their actual damage output is so ridiculously high. I'm searching for ranked, Mike, so all I can do is talk and wait. How do primary weapons and LMGs roughly compare in HE damage dealt? On elite squads, especially if you have SMGs and such, the primaries easily outweigh the MG stats. Because MG rate of fire doesn't increase with training, right? Fallschirmjäger have the same rate of fire on the MG as Jäger, only the accuracy changes. Whereas, of course, if you look at primaries, not only the accuracy but also rate of fire increases. So I don't know where the cutoff is and for which weapons, but of course the higher the training is, the more important becomes the primary weapon. Which doesn't though mean that the primary weapon is irrelevant. One, like the Chasseur have an SMG and it's very noticeable they're very, very bad against other infantry. Parallel red for deck challenge with a tryhard deck, and you sacrifice a 1 unit after each run. Interesting. That is a nice idea for the next one. That is a very interesting idea. It could do that. Nobody searching rank today. So I guess while we wait, if you want, you can put some deck codes in the chat, and you know, if you want me to review them or anything like that. Every now and then people ask for that, so I guess we might as well do it while we're waiting. It would make sense for some squads to turn off the primary instead of the LMG for some units. No, it would not, because that turning off the primary, it doesn't work like that. How do you explain it? Because look at it that way. The dude who shoots the anti-tank weapon is the same dude who uses DMG, right? So what you effectively do is, if you turn on the main weapon, it will still only fire DMG. It won't be able to fire both. It can only fire either MG or anti-tank weapon, never both at the same time. It doesn't matter what, if the primary weapon is turned off or not. Blue Dragon's mechanized. I remember Putin running that against me a long time ago. Excuse me? Oh, it actually takes capitalization into account. How interesting. I never noticed that. One card of K1 upward, that's very brave, but I guess the Nanion Shiki does fill a similar role. I would definitely run the KFV instead. Especially on Veteran. It doesn't have a significantly worse damage output than the K4. Of course it doesn't instantly stun, but it's also just so much more, what's the word? Versatile. Haji, oopsie, it wasn't. Let's just assume, yeah. Haji Shiki personally, I would probably use in these instead. It's just a combination I prefer, but it's fine. I would for sure run 2 cards of Chumat, but I guess since you get 10, you might be fine with 1. It's a bit cute, but obviously understandable. It's always nice to have this kind of unit in the deck. 2 guards of manpads. I can understand why. I think if you're running PSAM and Stinger, I would personally replace the PSAM with the Mistral, because then you get the range. Then if you want the extra range, you get the Mistral, and if you just want cheap, you get a Stinger. The extra range can be very, very nice, especially against healers. And the HP can sometimes help to survive rocket pods in towns. Of course, you sacrifice stealth in that case. You actually got a Blackhawk. Interesting. I would maybe consider running these instead of the QT90 if you use them for like flanking stuff. Because the Blackhawk is so much faster when it comes to landing and such. And I'm wondering if they might actually have better DPS since they have a carbine as opposed to an assault rifle, but that would require testing. Also worth considering is running the reservists, because they get a K200 transport. Not really much choice here. I believe the gun tank actually, even though the card says otherwise, I'm very certain the gun tank has a higher rate of fire. But then you might still want to use the BHO because of the autonomy. 300 kilometers is not a lot. This, I'm not saying it's bad, I think I have to use this more. It's only 50 points, so maybe I'm underestimating it. Again, I would personally maybe use 2 guys of K1s. I'd probably basically use the same thing, though I know Putin likes them in the KM900. Vehicles, pretty obvious, I think. Helicopters, yeah. Planes, yeah. Peace Bridge, Helo Hunter probably. Could also consider this one because it has lower speed, so it's more consistent. Or the Rio, I think, is probably the better choice, I would say, since it gets a Vulcan and has a higher time over target. Also, I would probably run a fob if you run the MSSR, honestly. K263. What's the K263? It's the K263. What's it? What is it? What is it? Right, you're not running. I would probably run the pivots. You're right, I would probably run the pivots actually, personally, but I understand if you prefer the range, because the range can sometimes be annoying. Alright. What do we have here? Eastern Bloc mech. Merida and T-72, same price range. Personally not a fan of the Merida, so I could cut one of these to... Oh yeah, I would definitely cut one of these because you have not filled anything in the vehicle type, and there's at least one unit I would definitely put in there. AGSs are cool. I would run at least one card of... where are they? Of these guys in a 5-pointer, because then you have cheap infantry, and the veterancy makes them actually somewhat effective in a 5-point transport that also has 2 front armor, and for 15 points it's always useful to have if you just want to like fill towns with some sort of infantry or something, you know. It's very good for that. Could consider running a card of these upvetted in this PvP. It can be very useful to have more open maps. Mortars and Swarms, of course, always cool. I can understand why, but I would still run them in the SPW50. The off-road speed can be very annoying, but having 2 front armor and a 50 cal makes them actually have some resemblance of useful or usable fire support, so definitely consider that. Another thing is, I found to have Fagots, or probably the other ones because they have the faster 5-point transport, very useful to have. Just scatter them around the map and they're gonna be so annoying for your opponent, leading with IVs and such. But I know what it feels like. There's so much stuff you want to put in Eastern Bloc mech, because virtually every unit just fills one specific role, whereas in other decks you have like Stormer, which are both strong for grinding and decent anti-tank capability, right? Whereas you don't really have that here, because either you have 700 meter range or low AP, or low range and high AP, right? That is so frustrating in ESA block mech. Infantry anti-AT weapon is so annoying. Personally, I hate the Sopel. So when I want to run in cheap AAPs, I usually either don't run this at all and rely on the Promet. I guess Grommet is, yeah. Or use the Strela. But that's just me. Could also consider running a Fob and a Pibonka if you wanted to. Definitely cut this, in my opinion. Not a very good tank, because it doesn't have any medium optics on this slow. Also no good stabilizer. Personally, I prefer the Wilk over the S1 because of the rate of fire. But you do you. If you want the extra armor, that's fine. But it still gets double tapped by Peace Rhine. Oh yeah, if it's the same error that I get, then yeah, I get the same error each and every time. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's normal. Something about a framework or some shit, right? Recon perfectly fine. I guess I would run only one card, but if you need to, that's, of course, perfectly fine. I prefer running these in the Hind as opposed to Brusconizzi because they actually, on their own, in my opinion, they're better because they can defend themselves better versus 1 second. Vehicles. Whereas the Brusconizzi are very bad. Vehicle, I would, yeah, definitely put the Pram in the deck. It's such a good unit. With your second slot, you can put in something like this. Can also be some nice fire support. Or this, if you want some. Don't underestimate like 3 or 4 of these. They can do some real nice work, especially with the veterancy. They actually have some okay accuracy. Helicopter's fine. This is of course also a nice healer, but I think if you want to run these, I would always run the Fob. So you can resupply those tasty rockets. Flame tank, yeah, you can run the flame tank as well. Personally not a fan of them, but I also just don't use them a whole lot, so I don't have a whole lot of experience. Planes, I guess, oh, interesting, okay. I mean, it's not the best cluster plane, but it's also not the worst. Unfortunately, you only get 2. I think, given the price, I think 3 would be more suitable. It's not the worst, I suppose. It's fast, has okay ECM, and not the worst bomb load, but personally, I like to run. We could run this maybe, up with it, or like a 25k, or a second ASF in the form of the MiG-23ML, which is very formidable. You wanna see a joke? Wanna see a very funny joke? Isn't this funny? Same price, but hey, you're 50% faster, which is such a massive boost to your survivability and offensive capability. It's hilarious. I mean, imagine, just imagine for a minute, if the KU was 900 versus 600. Yeah, gun, very funny. It's irrelevant, of course. But imagine if the KU was 900 versus 600. Holy shit. But it was another deck by Emilio. And Anton 3v3. Okay. Oh, found the game. Is it against him? No, he hasn't played ranked in years. It's maybe just a low ranked given how long we waited. Gun is important for helo diving, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Albatros is actually pretty consistent for helo diving, but let's be let's be real. It's a very, very niche scenario. Because it's very slow. It's like slower than you would like it to be most of the time, and has low time over target. So yeah. Let's hope we don't get helo rushed. I mean, I don't blame him. He won't even lose a lot of elo, so. Yeah, let's take a look at the deck. This is what you see Albert for. Okay, you do you. Okay. Oh, don't run these. They're bad tanks. They're bad tank series. They're not very survivable. At least run one card of either Infantry CV or a more survivable tank. Oh, we found a great game very quickly. What do we get? Oh, we got Greyhound. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck, no, not this map, no. This is a bad map for us. It's a really bad map for us. It's a very bad map for us. 1 second. Oh no, 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 no. Uh. I do not like this. I do not like this one bit. What do we do with Commonwealth on this map? I have no idea what he's playing. I think he often likes to open with like Hilo Hunters and AA Helos. I'm not even sure if I want to open with the Lynx. I think I might just open for a gunship with a gunship. So if he has no AA or anything, I can just effectively slow him down here or something. Find me a player who actually likes this map. Good point. I mean, I usually don't mind this map with other decks, but it's just that we got Commonwealth, dude. We got Commonwealth. I don't know what to do. Should we go for the Delta? But I feel like if he has something like Jurgen, Buratino, or anything along those lines, we might just get wrecked there in the long run, you know. I don't think we want to go for Fox with such a slow deck that has like that requires you to have a lot of different units to have a workable push. I don't think this is a good idea. Like if you want to lose 1 or 2 key units, then our whole push falls apart. I don't think we want to go there. Let's get like an Aslev. Get like 2 Aslevs, like just bare bones. Maybe we get something more in a bit. I think I will open with a Gazelle. I'm gonna fly like this way, so maybe he doesn't spot me outright. Let's get like some Wolverines. Let's get a mortar. Let's get some Mexes. Oh, nice. Sure. Let's have it even. Ooh. Okay, this makes this is very interesting. We don't have seed, which is annoying, but this is very interesting. This changes quite a bit. Spot and snipe the fob. It's probably a good idea. He will possibly try to do exactly the same thing. Watch him be lying. I don't think he would lie to me. It would be funny, and I would be annoyed but also laugh about it, but I don't think he would be. I think this means we can open with Lynx. He might open with a Puff. Actually, there's a good chance he will. You could open with a Tornado. You want let's open with a Tornado. We only have 2 Wolverines as RAA, and then we have the Tornado as anti-plane and protecting the Lynx. He might open with his own proper ASF. Alright. See you later, Jeff. I notice you like using LAV-25 recons. I mean, I don't use them because I think they're very good. I use them because I have nothing else to use. I mean, they're not bad by any means, honestly. But I think it's just very obvious that they are not particularly strong fighters. They're not really meant to fight enemy vehicles. But I feel like at 20 points, it would be maybe a bit too cheap. Maybe they could be 20 points. Maybe it wouldn't be a big deal. Oh my. Oh, those are Fennecs. Right, I forgot that he has those. Oh, just keep flying, just keep flying, just keep flying, just keep flying. Just keep flying. Just keep flying. Just keep flying, then you can survive maybe. But I think I can't get out of range fast enough. Oh, I can. It's a Wigan. Right, I slowed him down a bit at least. Let's get an F111. Actually not bomb just yet. Not before I see where he has his shit. Ace F Wigan. It's a wildcat. I'm gonna lose here, I think.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Ooh, okay, let's not bump. I was just about to buy my second ASF as well. Alright, let's start ticking. Let's do this early. Let's resupply. Or reinforce, I should rather say. I evac'd a bit too early, I think, with my ASF. I lost my bomber, but I think that might be fine. Come on, get into the freaking town, dude.
What can the infantry do for you, sir? Who do you want us to transfer? Yes, sir. Platoon is formed and ready.
Do you have an SAS? I have an SAS on the field on the way here. Let's get the Vickers. Oh, I did get the other TH. That's unfortunate.
We're on the move. Need a ride?
Oh, I forgot about you. Fuck.
Platoon is formed and ready.
That's unfortunate. To say the least.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his right.
It's a loss. It was very much avoidable.
If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Wolverine. Thank you, Wolverine.
Sorry, Sam. That's my intel. No one understands the infantryman and his right.
Ooh, you actually have range there. No, Wolverine. Let's get a CV. See if we can. Let's get you up. Let's get you in there. Let's get some more reinforcements. Oh, that's a Tau 2. I thought it was a fucking. No, the smoke is fading. No, it's not fading. I thought it was a thing first. One with oh, one with autocannon. Oh, that's an automatic there. Oh, that's not very good. Hello, shoot at them, please.
What are your orders, sir? Who's a passenger?
Oh, I didn't even cap alpha. Okay, never mind. I thought he did, so I thought he was ticking. That's the automatic. That's a and it's 103. Ooh, this is not looking good at all. This side. Didn't expect him to have that much there. Did I get a supply truck? I did not. Let's get one. We can try to run down my.
What are your orders, sir? Someone call for a taxi.
Maybe we can do something in alpha then soon. It's TGB. Where's Nolandsjägare are in? Oh, is that a beacon already? It is. Oh. Okay.
Believe me, you don't want to know our method. And do it our way. This isn't gonna work.
Oh, this isn't looking good at all on that side. Oh, yes. It's the automatic. I got the Vigan at least. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the side here. It was a preemptive CV. I thought he had a lot less there than he actually had. Get some LEVs here.
Enemy contact. Nothing we can't handle. Wilco, out. If the enemy's in range, so are we.
Alright, I will have to do some stuff here then.
Ahead. Over. It's not my war.
I think I might just be able to. As I've lost my stuff in there. I lost this as left there as well. Not good, not good. Not having seed in the stack is gonna be quite an annoyance in the long run, I think.
Yes, sir.
But the good thing is, I believe he does not run 80 gems. I believe he does not run them.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his right.
That could be something that we might be able to exploit. Some aviaries and park them in front of this. Maybe get our own AS-90. Let's get some THs here.
Where do you need us, sir? Someone need a guardian angel? At the ready.
I lost these, unfortunately.
On the road again.
Let's move up with you.
Are you talking to me?
He's countering my fucking motor. Oh, he kept India. Okay.
What are your orders, sir? Ahead. Over. We'll set up a new observation post there.
Keep this here. I don't know what killed this as Aslev. That's not very nice.
Platoon formed and ready.
Not good for business. Yeah, not looking great for us at all.
Are you talking to me? What are your orders, sir?
Oh, my supply truck drove that way. Fuck. Ooh, don't do this, please. This is 103.
Stick it out, man. It always comes down to the infantryman and his right.
Oh, nice. Fast Kamigare. Oh.
Line without act. Starting to get dangerous here.
Oh, those are... Okay, I know what these are, okay. He probably has like an armored CV. if I had to guess. Oh no, stabilization malfunctioning on this. What will I do?
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's fire. Let's fire in here for now, maybe as an infantry CV while we have nothing to do with our.
Formed and ready. We'll set up a new observation post there. If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Get some more view in there. I don't like the way you're driving.
Are you talking to me?
Oh no, I'm gonna lose this to fucking 50 counts. So it's gonna be in there.
What can the infantry do for you, sir? Ready, sir. Just give us the coordinates, sir.
Did I get a supply truck? I did still not get a supply truck.
Are you talking to me? Sneaking in.
Yeah, I'm really limping here behind. Limping behind, I guess, is a way to could say with my reinforcements.
Just spit it out.
I think that's where he assumed my CV to be positioned in.
Your orders, sir.
Could buy another.
Sir, yes, sir.
I did lose my tornado that run, huh? How annoying.
A new observation post there.
Let's move our motor up. And the H7 there. Oh, I missed.
Get a better look from there.
Oh, this beacon is so annoying.
They spotted us.
Let's buy an F111X, honestly.
They say the only good recce is a
I know he has an automatic somewhere, but I hope it's not like in there.
adjusting for target.
I did lose the H7 there.
That's you, sir.
Still not looking great at all.
Where do you need us, sir? It always comes down to the infantryman and his right. Got something for me?
I don't think I got it.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Oh, the beacon.
Guns ready, sir. Ammo, fuel, spare parts, anything you need. Not my fault.
Oh, annoying stormer in there. Oof, oof, oof. Seems like I did get the CV. Wait, how? Oh, maybe it's a new squad. How did that stormer squad get so low suddenly? Or maybe he moved out of the building and got like 2 HE shells and it really wrecked him up. Let's get a second. No, we need reinforcements. We need reinforcements.
There are two types in this world, artillery and targets. Moving to new firing position. Someone need a guardian angel? Checklist completed, ready to go. Need a ride? It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
We're a bit too far back there.
Not my war. What are your orders, sir?
Oh no, he does have. Oh, he does have line of sight there. I did not expect that. I fired 2 different STRVs. And my Maxis is out of ammo, how hilarious. I don't know when that ever happened to me.
Need a ride? We're ready to bring the hammer down on them.
Alright, let's move you in there.
Someone called for a cab? Flying in.
Sure, let's go for these. Ah, yes. Let's get a Stormer.
Need a ride? Waiting new orders, sir.
Oh, he places EV in there.
Let's give them some iron.
I was wondering when he'd do that.
If the enemy is in range, so are we. No one comes down to the infantryman and his rifle. That's the ready, sir.
Oh, sneaky.
Ready to move, sir.
Let's get 4 sec of you.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Alright, you're dead, it's very good.
No one comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Okay, we have to keep shelling this. Let's not forget about you. Let's get some of you as well.
Not my war.
Let's not fire it just yet, wait for the smoke or wait until they're in rifle range and then for maximum DPS. Did I just murder that? No. Okay, there they are. I was like, did I just... What? Oh, the beacon fucked me. I was like, how the fuck did he... Oof.
At your service. What are your orders, sir?
Of course I missed, but they were panicked, so not too surprising. I think we need another Maxus. Oh no, don't attack move there. Just keep firing there. The Ace-9 is just not the same thing as a beacon. I can't provide nearly the same amount of fire support that he can with it. I don't want to fight them while they're... Let's get like a gazelle, maybe we can spot something. Oh, I think no, we didn't get it before city move because of the fire. More supply, more supply. Let's see if we can save you. Situations like these, I definitely wish I hadn't used my bombers like that. Oh no, it's an RBS 90 and one shot me. Or like hit me with the first shot. Let's smoke this off, maybe we can move in with the infantry there. I got wrecked by something. Oh, infantry. Let's get another Ace 90. Mexas, we need to make use of our Mexas. Not looking good. Getting picked off by something there that I can't spot. Yeah, I gotta. 102 is interesting. With the OP acceleration. There's a 103. Let's get this. Did I not buy a Stormer? Maybe I lost it. I don't think we can win this. I think losing India was the biggest reason. But did we... I think we might have gotten it. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. I lost one of the Mexes here to those, unfortunately. My infantry, I'm running out. You're overextending? In what way? Where am I overextending? I have to extend into Alpha. I have to stop him from putting a CV there. I might lose a CV here soon. At least my Ace 90 shot here was quite effective, but he has so many fire support things. I've now lost my infantry, and I've still not repaired these. Lots of mistakes here. Lots of mistakes. CV90s I can't really deal with right now. Oh no, you're dead. Oh, maybe not, because one of the squads wasn't in range. And now he's ticking again, and I need to tick myself. Now he has the CV in there again. I don't think we will win this. That was stupid of me to push there. Alright, let's call it GG. Let's take a look at the replay. I underestimated India. I did a very... Oops. I didn't want to skip the kill list. Use some infant alphas that defenses and Delta Charlie push into India. No, I don't like pushing into India from only one angle. Plus, I have no idea what he has there. I mean, he has an automatic. He has at least like 3 Norrlandsjägare. And getting rid of his... If he has infantry in the town, getting rid of his position there is going to be really tough against Norrlandsjägare. I don't think that was the right call. Maybe much earlier, once I had Delta. And maybe, I mean, I guess maybe once I had Delta under my control and realized I lost this, maybe then I should have gone for it. But I think once I committed to Alpha, I don't think there was any way of going back. Did he reroute these units to India? Since he realized he didn't need them in Alpha? He did. Oh, you thought I was pushing it? I guess because of the helicopter, right? Well, I mean, in the end, it was the right call because then it allowed you to get India. And yeah, basically make me not try to get it back because I knew you had a 103D and the automatic there. My airplay was not very good at all. Nice CP, by the way. I didn't even notice that. I did the pick Delta. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I felt that I think it was just a mixture of me trying to do something different, and I felt that I might be a bit better. My deck might be a bit better at grinding with the Commander's 90. Plus, my idea was trying to get into the town and prevent him from getting into the town in the first place, but I just completely forgot that he had the Fennec 20mm to completely stop my links. So that obviously didn't work out. I mean, in the end, I did get a town, and I think I played fine around the town. I was just way too slow with this here. Not having any gems in the deck for India also is a bit annoying. I guess the Vickers just gets picked up by the 103 or the automatic then. Maybe I should have gone for Fox instead with the Ace 90 to basically pin him down, but whatever. On the other hand, if I went for it, I don't have any armored CV, the beacon would have just shredded me, right? So I feel like from this side it's gonna be tough to I think I should have invested more into India, or just invested instead of buying the CV. I think my first buy should have been reinforcing India and just hold on to the town and just defend India. I mean, hindsight is 2020, but beacon shredded you anyways, yeah, but I think it would have shredded me a lot less in Delta. The thing with pushing Foxtrot is you rarely push beyond this. You only push further if you completely overwhelm your opponent, but even then it's usually a lot harder to do because it's so close to the spawn and it's not cut off by two bridges. So getting complete control over Foxtrot is very rare. So you'll very often hold on to like this area, maybe this forest as well. And it's just very easy to just snipe this view with the beacon. I don't think that would be the right call. Unless I have something like a tank C, but even then it would be hard. How did you like the Wiggins? I don't know. I mean, they did fine. I don't know about RNG. Should have pushed right as soon as you first got into Alpha? Probably. Just do stuff right a lot earlier in general, I think. He had the Nolan Segar would still be annoying, and he did have Infantry CV, so it would have taken quite a lot of time for me to get rid of his Infantry CV. Wait, did he relocate something like Falscam Segara or something in the links there? Because that's not Recon Infantry in there. Oh, Nolan Segara, Stormer, Dragoner. Okay, let me see. I did go for the beacon once. I'm not surprised that the 3 burst salvo of the AS90 didn't really kill it, but I still want to see if I did anything. Beacon is 10 seconds aim time, yes. Beacon 1C. The beacon 1A is not. I barely did anything, unsurprisingly. I think he could have very easily tried to... If he tried to counter RDM, he would have got my CV. Most likely. It's actually very dumb of me. Oh well. Hotel sucks. What's hotel again? I forgot. Hotel... Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say that nowadays this side is worse. In the past it was this side is better. I think nowadays it's worse unless you play a very mobile deck. But I think in this case it didn't really matter as much, the sides. Because we both played slow decks, so... I don't think there was really any significant advantage to either side. But I think in general though, I just, from a playstyle side, I just prefer Milan's side. I think you can be a lot more, generally you can be more passive from Milan's side, and I'm usually a more passive player, I would say. One sec, did we ever finish going over this deck? No, we did not. Okay, it's a 3v3 deck. Like I said, I would not run 2 cards of T55 CVs. Eras, have you ever noticed the East German Command Infantry is rocky? Yes, it's the only CV that is. I would not run only 4 cards of, unless you're like specifically going for low infantry needy fights. I wouldn't go for only 4 cards, and even then, I would always go for, if you're going like tank heavy, put in the card of Motostrike in the 5-pointer. They're excellent sponging infantry, or if you feel fancy, use Sadosnitsi. Yeah. And not using something like the PvP M80 with the Mechanisovana. They're excellent for grinding in forest and stuff. Found another game. I would not running the Gallop. It's also, I think, a mistake. You should definitely run the Gallop. One second. Commonwealth. What the fuck just happened? The hell? Oh, was it Greyhound? What the fuck, Greyhound? What was that? Go back in here and fight me, you coward! What the fuck was that, dude? It was you, right? Online, offline? I assume it was you. It was Blitz War? He disconnected! Oh my god. Oh god, playing against Blitz War is gonna be just cancer. Because it's with Commonwealth. His playstyle. Because he just likes to flying around the whole map, flanks, modo shit everywhere. It's probably the worst that I could play against this. If you're going tank heavy, I guess you might as well down with the Moderna, honestly. You have Recon type is fine. Personally, I don't like the Greyhound a whole lot, but honestly, it's fine. I know a lot of other people like it, and it's not a bad unit. It's just personally, I don't use it a lot. But I would definitely go for the Gallop instead of the 25k for sure. 25k may have 2 front armor, but only 1 rear armor, so it's actually not very survivable. Definitely go for the Gallop. Just it's probably the best, arguably the best anti-tank plane in the game when it comes to just like sniping single tanks and such. For the price, it's just excellent. Yeah, it is him. Okay, at least we get like a rather narrow map, so it shouldn't be too hard. He's playing blue 4. Probably Moto. I like this side. Dude, I'm getting some, I wouldn't say flashbacks, but playing Commonwealth from this side reminds me of some games, dude. Let's hope he's not stream sniping. I think I'm gonna go for Fox. I'm gonna use mainly Maxuses because if I had to guess, he's playing some sort of Moto deck. And if he's not playing decks, I would be surprised if he use any kinds of heavy tanks. Let's get like some gunships, maybe we can slow him down, but I would expect him to have stuff like Crotals. But if he doesn't, you know, we could potentially do some stuff there. Euromoto. Lots and lots of AMX 10s. Let's get some stuff in here and like let's get some Ace 1s for defensive purposes. And fill the town with these, you know, just for now. It's a short route. Road, I guess. Short way from the spawn to this, so reinforcing is gonna be fast. I might still start with the Gazelle cannon, but we will see about that. I'm gonna try to... No, I'm not gonna try this. I think it's not worth it. It's such a short way, but I think I'm gonna get a gunship here. Let's get a Stormer for some AA. Honestly, it's to get a Vickers. It's a bit of a meme, but maybe with the help of the Aslov I can actually win against AMX 10s. And some more THs, I think they should be fine against Moto. Then let's get some Centurions actually. I think they could be nice as well. And I think instead of this, let's just get like 4 of these in a 5-pointer. My friend is making a mod for Wargame and he says planes have sizes. I think maybe he might confuse it with ECM. Maybe they use like the same kind of description or something in game, like in the files or something. But other than that, maybe it's true. But maybe it's true, and maybe it just doesn't affect accuracy at all. Maybe that's also the case. I think some units have some stats that have no effect in game. Maybe some leftovers or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not like an expert in this kind of area. It's making me just think that we're actually gonna push there, but we're not because we're very cheeky. Let's get you there. Let's get the leopard one for like this area here. It has, I mean, in theory it has a high rate of fire diffusely on the MG. In practice, just not. As a cannon on veteran. There are the Crotals.
We'll get a better look from there.
Ah, I stunned him.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Oh, that's a quick reroute, dude. On his part. Smooth these.
Engaging target. You've got something for me?
He is completely empty here.
I knew you'd soon have us hard at work again.
Oh, I can't even spot him, of course. No optics. No scouts.
Just spit it out.
You just keep driving for now.
Where do you need us, sir?
Oh no, Kasaifi, it'll wreck me.
Advancing to port. At the ready, sir. Need some extra eyes, sir? What are your orders, sir?
ADGM. Infantry. Oh, let's definitely get some base defense here. Are you DCing again, really? Come on. Come on. Oh no! Oh god. Hey, we were ahead in KD. Let's take a quick look at the replay. I love the Fogtrot push as well. I remember having a game against Konos MGR in like 2016 or something. I think he might have played something like Norad Moto? I don't fully remember. I remember losing a Challenger 2 in this forest to a rear shot. For some reason it was showing the rear towards this side or something, and I was so frustrated with myself. I still won the game, but... in the middle of Siberia. I think he lives in North Africa, if I'm not wrong. What are you? Okay, it's only taking you 5 ages. Those are Legion 90 and I presume Chasseur, given the veterancy here, or maybe just Commandos Para and Legion 90 and they're not upvetted. And P Pirate for sneaking around. I was just gonna buy stuff for flanks because I knew he was having something on the flank. Did they actually survive? I've never paid attention. I think they died, right? Yeah, just a bit too late. See, okay. I would have easily gotten this forest. Commander's Pirate got one shot off and then died to the Centurions. It makes sense, RCs would have been a bit annoying, but I wouldn't have dealt all too much damage with them, and the Maxes would have two-shot them, okay. It was just very early. Monomarines indeed, and Legion 90, okay. Could have done a lot of frustrating stuff on there. I mean, oh well. Certainly one of the better maps for our deck against his deck. By the way, do you have any suggestions for what I should maybe replace with what or something? I'm all ears. Just before we head into the next rank game. Oopsie. Hold on. Yeah, the bell. I want to try out the H1. 20mm. The thing with the 20mm is I don't really know what its role is. Vickers plus Saladin. Show the deck. Something with cannon. Well, yeah, it's just. Maybe I should replace Leopard AS1. I don't know. But it is cheap medium optics, especially against stuff like AMX 10s or infantry in the open, actually allows you to spot them. The thing with the H1 is though, can I actually make use of it, right? Can I make use of it? I don't think I can. Like proper use. So maybe the bell is the better choice if I just want something for spotting stuff in the opening. Because the exceptional optics are great and all, but I can't really use them very effectively. I've been using the Jaguar. I only used it once today and I don't think it did anything. But it was quite useful in a game I played against Nick yesterday. Plus, I only played one real match against Greyhound today. The other matches weren't very exciting or they were very one-sided. So Fusiliers and maybe Warrior I tried, but the Warrior is just bad. It's just horrible. Low rate of fire, no stabilizers. They're just not very good. Even the Warrior 90 is not particularly good because the rate of fire is just horrible. Exceptional optic space of more when you can kill with your spot. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking as well, right? And last time I had the Anzac, well, this time let's use the Canadian one. With last time I mean that my Commonwealth mech, where I killed Putin's infantry CV with it. I can't upwit it, right? No. Cheer 3 with rocket pods. I actually had it a long time. Oh, like a long time, so I mean exaggeration, but a while ago. I also considered this Hornet cluster plane. Can be an okay multi-role since it has the good aim 9Ms. The thing is not just, it's not only M3 and Minimi, but also that they have a 2 armor wheel transport. You could say maybe you just use Commandos 90 instead, but I actually specifically want the range on that. Highlanders 90 I wouldn't say are bad, but if they can be very inconsistent and they're not very good against infantry for the price, especially. They're significantly worse than Canadian Airborne. And while I certainly will be in positions where I lack some actual high anti-tank power on my infantry, I wanna give these just a shot for now. Up with it as well, just for like some really strong town fighting infantry. Honestly, I would argue that Legion 90 are probably just 5 points too cheap, and Highlanders are fine at 25 points. No Milans, yeah, I'm not a fan. Milan 2s are just very inconsistent. They don't have particularly great transports. Ground transports, it is. I'm considering taking Milan ones, either in the 5-pointer or in the AH7. Good luck on your final, Keith. Milan up with just for ground denial. I see where you're coming from, but I also feel like if especially if I run SAS, having only 3 cards of rifle infantry, I always run out. I'm gonna run this for now, but I'm certainly open for more suggestions, but not necessarily because I want to try them out right now, but more like food for thought, stuff that I maybe haven't thought about. So just because I don't change my deck to your suggestions doesn't mean I'm not interested in them. I guess we got Greyhound again. We did. Hold on a sec. Again, not a great map for us. But honestly, I think I prefer. I think you can do more with Commonwealth here than maybe in other maps, other bigger maps. I'm gonna put this fob here for now. I think I don't like putting it here. DGZ, interesting. Ooh, I think now I regret having this plane tab because what do I do against tigers? What do I do against tigers, dude? This is actually horrible. I don't know why I didn't consider tigers. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no. What do I do against tigres? Tigre, tigre, tigre. If I had to guess, he's gonna fly the tiger on this side. Honestly, I like having this gunship. If he like has no idea or something here, I can just stop his push for a while or panic his stuff. Get like 2 for here, and then maybe we can push there from that point on into his 2-pointer and get into his town. What in your mind is the worst faction when it comes to coalitions? Red Dragons. Red Dragons for sure. Without a doubt. The Delta push, what could possibly go wrong? A lot. I think pushing Delta without having control of Bravo is gonna be tough. At least in the long run, in the early game. I think if you get in here like with 20 minutes to go or something and you get like a bunch of minutes for ticking, that's great, but I think in the opener I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. You know, yeah, it fires rounds in 7 rockets, but it has 30% base accuracy, which is honestly pretty good. Get a Wolverine here as well though. Get Scout. Get a Vickers. Aslav. Let's get like 3 of you. You and you. Like 5 points short for 2 maxes. Or I guess I could buy Jelly and get sad when I lose it to like a peace Rhine, side-shotting it or something along those lines. Hey, we could skip the Wolverine here, but I'm not sure if I should. So honestly, skip it. Let's get like a Canadian Airborne here. Or maybe I should get a Recon Helo. The Recon Helo is 5 points short. I could get a Jeep CV instead. Let's delete this and get a Recon Helo. 20 points. Get a squad here for like this town or something. Right, see you later. Did I? Okay, I did get a Challenger 2 and not an AS90 this time. Epic thing. I want to just keep you in the town for now. Get like an ass left here. And it seems like he's going for the town if I had to guess. Let's put up some smoke here.
May God have mercy on my enemies, because I won't.
Tiger here, interesting. Oh no, they're gonna get wrecked. Oh, 2 tigers, this fucking asshole. Oh, I didn't even wreck my shit here.
Missile in firing position, sir.
Come on, get a hit. Now the Wolverine, please.
Recce ready, sir.
Oh, the Wolverine did not get a hit off. Oh, and you missed as well. Oh, great. Let's move the Centurions over there.
Do you have something for me?
That's the other Tiger, yeah.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Let's get a CV.
I'm not at liberty to discuss previous missions with you, sir.
Move the Shelly. Where do we move it? Okay, let's move it down there. Oh no, don't get wrecked in the open by these. Okay, you're just shooting at those, that's fine.
Combat formation squad. Combat formation squad. Trouble. Spit it out, man. The customers.
Oh shit, my shit got absolutely wrecked here.
What can infantry do for you, sir? It's not my war. Moving on target. Someone.
AMX-13.
You have something for me? Has enemy chopper been spotted?
OCU. No. You've gotta be shitting me. Got one fucking missile off, dude. Ah, that is just... That is frustrating. Got the split second of line of sight, just enough to get one missile off. And then it was a side shot. This is so frustrating. I mean, yeah, this is part of the risk when running super heavies, right? But at the same time, I feel like I microed it fine, and then you get punished because there's this one fucking angle between the buildings or whatnot where he suddenly has line of sight, and then it's also a side shot, you know? I mean, technically the game was far from over, but like... It's opening with 2 tigers, of course. Getting out just barely on 2 HP. What happened here? Split second of line of sight. AMX angle in the town, yeah. I was going to stop his reinforcements from getting into the town. His YPRs, his 3 stack there. I think I have to replace the I need a Helo Hunter. Now, of course, there's like 3 options. There's a GL3. There's a Starfighter that trades ECM and quality of missiles for a Vulcan, which is not to be underestimated, and more accurate missiles with higher range as well, which I think is also quite helpful actually. And then there's a pure Helo Hunter, the where is it? This one, the Sea Harrier. Voodoo, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna run the Voodoo. Honestly, if the Voodoo was like not even that much more accurate, but like a decent amount, I would consider it. But it's just too inconsistent. No point in running the Mirages, I think. I don't think they're so weird as Mirage. 50% accuracy. Oh, do you mean the Seed Voodoo? I mean, oh no, the Seed Voodoo is fine. Like, sure, it's inconsistent, but it's cheap and has medium stealth and 50% ECM, dude. The Voodoo is fine. But it doesn't have. Should I maybe just? There's nothing akin to a Peace Rhine with like short range missiles that I could run instead. Maybe the GR7, but I feel like as soon as I replace the Kahu, I'm like, God, I need a Kahu in my deck, you know? Having Seed would be really nice for sure, but I think I need a Helo Hunter. Three on Veteran, 2 on Veteran. I think I'm gonna run the... Also only has 10% ECM though. Better air detection, however. And gets more missiles. But I think having one extra per card is pretty nice. This is also 2 on Veteran. Worst turn radius 2. I think I'm gonna run this one, so I have more per card and can use them as backup ASF with the Tornado. God, frustrating. Should have gone for the 2 Maxuses instead. Should have gone for the Maxuses. Let's go back to the... Yeah, I would definitely run the Gallop. Because the Gallop, for all intents and purposes, is like an actually fast Kehu. And has some AA missiles that virtually never do anything, but every now and then they do. I mean, sure, it had only a 60 seconds time over target, but with that speed, and also the turn radius, doesn't really matter. Definitely run the Gallop. It's a must-have. What? And then I think having... Oh yeah, where's the other thing? Orkan. The thing with the Orkan is it has 30 seconds aim time. On paper, it's like really cool. It has 7 AP and 2 per card, which is just a bit worse than a Smirch, but you get twice the amount per card. But the 30 seconds aim time make it not so great in my opinion. And only Prachka and M1T. Instead of the Prachka, I would definitely use a Sava. Prachka is just, after 2 missiles obviously out, you know, and then Helos are gonna, or any planes are gonna just murder you. Plummet you can honestly downward. I think having 3 per card is actually kind of nice. And sometimes you want it to be less accurate, actually. So I would definitely probably replace... you have to place... You have to remove either Recon or Support or something to get another infantry slot. Or a helicopter and vehicle, but I think having the Pram is nice. So I wouldn't replace that. Air detection is not needed for Hero Hunters, yes, but it's still useful to have. Air detection, yes, against helicopter stealth, you need ground optics. But planes still spot helicopters a lot more easily than normal ground units or AA, even if they have stealth. I was searching. Deutschland. Alright then. Have you ever tried aviary opener? What is an aviary opener? Maybe I should have opened with one, but is it like a whole car of aviaries in your opener or what? Don't have recon, you can fly a tiger up a tongue and kill it with autocannon or rocket pods. Yes, exactly. Tunguska will spot a tiger very, very late. Start with 8 aviaries. Just watch us get nuclear winter. Can we get like highway or plunging, please? Oh no, I jinxed it. Oh, we didn't get. Okay, at least we didn't get like a Blitzer or something on this map. Fenor, I remember him from the bootcamp. Alright. You flinched. Oh no, now I have to marry my mother-in-law. Now I have to do an aviary opener. DGC Mac. Does he play DGC Mac? Okay, let's open with this. And that's our base CVs, get that. Alright, what should we do? Should we go for Fox this time around? Should we... Honestly, let's go for Fox. I've always liked the Fox push. Let's get this. Should we go still, like, try to drop with the links here just to slow him down and be annoying? Nothing but DGC Mac. Okay, interesting. He gets escorts. As in, like, the helicopter, not as in, like, female escorts. Haha, got him. He does not micro tanks. Let's get like a 3 sec of Maxuses and see how far that'll get us. I think we want the Vickers. Maybe you can harass him like driving down this side or something. Get you. Yeah, we probably should spend. Let's save some points here. Maybe not the Vickers. Or maybe not the Aslav. We need some recon. Some proper recon, not something that dies anyways. Alright, let's take it slow on that side, I guess. Okay. Maybe not the ideal opener. Let's see what we can do with the links here. If we can land in here, that would be great. They will give you the worst service. Just yeah, I should open with an AS90 again. Milan, are you still in chat? Get a mortar. Yes, let's wait before Weimar so we can see what he's doing. Okay, no healers so far, which would support a slow mechanized opener. What's this? It's a battle of his own, isn't it? Kiowa. Yeah, fucking DGC mech my ass, dude. I'm not blaming it. Oh god. This is armored, isn't it? This is armored.
Someone called for a cab? Believe me, you don't want to know our method.
This is hilarious, honestly.
Someone called for a cab?
Oh, those are Bradleys. Oh, that's a Bradley. No, get out of range of the Bradley, please.
It's not my war.
Break line of sight. I'm not gonna be able to break line. Oh, I am able to break line of sight. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, okay, thank goodness. Okay, oh, that's not very good. Alright, there's some. Let's get some reinforcements here. Could, like, just bomb him, honestly. It's a good chance I will not survive this, but, like... Oh... Clutch smoke. Clutch smoke.
Flying in, weapons hot.
Oh, he actually did get one off. That's frustrating.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle. Trouble! Believe me, you don't want to know our method.
Definitely need a new recon squad here.
Platoon is formed and ready. Okay, what's the situation?
Let's see if we can kill that Kiowa.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Not spotting those Bradleys in the bush there is quite annoying.
I hate walking.
Let's get you there. Oh, it's not Lucy to fucking rifle my 90 like a fucking idiot, please. And kill you. You may very well know now that we're here, but it's fine. It's gonna cost some resources to deal with it.
Sorry, Tab. That's classified intel.
Let's get some infantry into this town so we can reinforce this.
Are you talking to me? March formation. Move out.
Smoke this off. F111 stays still alive, got no damage. He has a pivot and I think a chaparral there.
If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Let's get you back. No, you.
At the ready, sir.
You in there in this bush.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Hey Igor, how's it going?
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's just bomb this.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Let's evac you, let's evac you, let's evac you. I changed my mind. Let's get some AI over here. 1 Mark II. I just don't like to base the Challenger ones anymore.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Oh wow. Alright, let's bump his mexes then.
Scatter formation. Ahead. Over. Platoon Platoon is formed and ready.
Actually, no, let's not smoke this off.
Got something for me?
Did I just move something here? C, move something here, I should say. It's all... M1A2, he has an M1A2? Did he have that in the opener? I guess he must have. I don't know why he would buy one now. Okay, I fucked up with my supply truck.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Alright, so the nice thing with those Lynxes is... I guess the pivots actually works, but like, I will be able to spot AA and the Lynxes can instantly fire upon anything at the edge of the bush here that I spot.
I said the only good Reki is a dead one.
Let's start the bleed as well. Should probably get another tank.
My war.
He also bought a CV himself. Yeah. The Lynx is gonna be a pain in the ass for him.
What's the problem, sir?
Yep, there we go.
Sneaking in.
Keep bombing and wait for the insults to fill. That's a Tomcat? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's the M1A2.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Let's turn you off. I don't want to waste you to waste your missiles on that. That's a hemmed. If we can snipe that, that'd be great.
Ahead. Over. On your orders.
God, that poor Abrams though.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Let's get a Charlie too, I guess. You just hop out of there now. You're gonna be too fast for him.
Let's spit it out. Platoon is formed and ready. If the enemy is in range, so are we. Need someone to infiltrate enemy lines? Let's spit it out.
That's his mortar, I believe. What's that? It's Maxus. That's a Bradley.
Spit it out.
Over 3 minutes time on our target, that's annoying.
Have to be me. Someone to infiltrate enemy lines?
Oh no 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 no. Like this.
To rotate. I knew you wouldn't leave us idle for long.
I would just get like a tornado and see Harry and see if I can get his Tomcat.
What are your orders, sir?
No 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 no.
On approach.
You move there and then you move out. Because you're fast as fuck.
That's classified intel.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, you're spotted. No!
Hold tight.
Let's get a CV. It's a slow match, but you know, I can live with that. Get into the same building. Then you can possibly win? I honestly don't know. Ah, he's moving out. I guess now it's enough cat and mouse. Whatever.
Got something for me?
I guess if they just walk out in the open, I will wreck them.
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Good old Wargame just refusing to let the infantry get into the fucking building. Very frustrating. Oh no 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 no! Don't let the CS fire on you. Oh no, didn't mean for you to get out of the building. Stay in there, stay in there. Then you will actually win against these. Okay, let's bomb.
I'm not at liberty to...
Another Maxus. Maybe I wonder if he tries to move in there.
Waiting your orders, sir.
Ah, the chopper hit me. I killed 2 vehicles. I killed Chaparral and supply trucks. Or truck, I should say.
It always comes...
Just get a sec. Let's get an AS90 next and just force him to, you know, do something.
Just spit it out.
I'm just waiting here for this Maxus to like ambush him. Probably get some infantry in like this side, so if he gets his Maxus there or whatnot, then I actually have something to defend it, to defend my CV with.
You sure it's safe then?
No, there's nothing in the hidden stats. Nothing affects the time until they can get or switch a building once they enter. There's just some sort of cooldown that they introduced quite a while ago, like relatively shortly after release. Or did I just get something with my first shot? Oh, it's just an M113.
We're ready to bring the hammer down on them, sir.
Let's get like a CH, you know, I don't want to accidentally get like... I used all my Canadian Airborne. Epic.
There are 2 types in this world, artillery and targets.
Get some reinforcements here. Honestly, as long as he still keeps his shit in here, I'm not gonna really move up. If he like starts to maneuver his M1A2 into like Delta or something, then sure, I'll do something, but for now, I'm content doing this. A lot of M113s and CS as well.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Nothing there. Let's move this H7 to the left. Maybe we will need it more there. What's this?
At the ready, sir.
Bro, you're almost at 100 viewers. How many viewers do I have right now? What the hell? 95 viewers. Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you.
I'm not at liberty to discuss previous missions with you, sir. It's not my war. Artillery adds a little class.
Let's go to Seve. Since he's still ahead in points. New supply truck.
World, artillery and targets.
Where does it drive in? Somewhere here.
Adjusting to target. Step on it, in a hurry. Recce ready, sir.
What's better value, AV-8C Harrier or Starfighter? I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But the Starfighter is no ACM, which is obviously annoying. But they're both the rocket pod planes, right?
AG armed, ready to fire. Let's rock and roll.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yes, sir. Where do you need us, sir? At the ready, sir.
And this angle is M1A2 can't really shoot at me.
The bigger the better.
Oh god. That's a lot of shit. It's not an Abrams, but I don't know what type of Abrams.
Yes, sir.
Deagle, interesting. He stunned me. The mad lad actually stunned me. But I stunned him. And killed him. Oh, I didn't get him there. I wanted to evac now before I get wrecked by his AA in there. Stormer got my back though. Alright, very good. It's an HA, interesting. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no! I think the Canadian Airborne got the finishing blow. Oh no, now I get side shot. But I turned, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That single Maxus, dude. I mean, the Canadian Airborne, I believe, got the finishing blow, but the Maxus did a lot of damage there. And that's GG. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Idiot planes. Did get the HA as well. Let's add the M1A to here as well, because let's be real, he was the MVP in that engagement. The Stormer though. Hold on a sec, what was... Alright then. Let's do one more. Was it cock and balls? Oh no, I thought it was cock and ball torture. Yo Milan, did you catch my, was it the first or second game today on Paddyfield? Where I wanted to start with a Jelly 2. And I started with an Ace 90. And I I drove it down for like the first 30 minutes just with my main force until I realized it's an Ace 90. And people in chat were like Ace 90 and Ace 90, and I was like, oh, they only say Ace 90 because why do you have it in your deck, Rasman? And then yeah, le epic Rasmanov. See what he wrote in rank chat. Well, I mean, his planes weren't too bad. His Tomcat stunned my Kahu, which is certainly, I think, more lucky than unlucky. The fact that he didn't kill it, I guess. Whatever he did with Steagle, I don't know. If he expected to win against a fully fledged ASF, not his best chances. Maybe he like gave a fire position command too late, and then the plane decided to turn instead of drop its bombs. That can be frustrating, and I understand when he's mad at that, but... Oh, fuck off, this map again. And against Splits 4, are you kidding me? Why? What? I mean, at least we get this fight, but still, why? Fucking hell, dude. This is gonna be... Oh, no. No, 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 no. Please just DC, not because I want the Elo, but because I don't want to play on this. I don't want to play on this. I mean, yeah, but it has no long range missiles, that's the thing. But Tornado does. If visited by the curse of nuclear winter, I know, right? Like, no plunging valley, no paddy, and no highway. There's gotta be like one more map that we didn't play that I complete. No, we did get Hell. We did get one match on Hell. I'm not gonna surrender. I need the experience with Commonwealth, honestly. Against Moto, what are we gonna... I guess we go for India, right? Just park our tanks there, but... This is not gonna be nice. Not nice, not nice. Honestly, let's try something. 2 more of you, and then I need 5 points. 5 points. Let's try something like this. No. Jim Clark was a legendary racing driver who died in a racing accident. Arguably, definitely one of the greatest drivers of all time. Arguably the best. Yeah, it's gonna be a trauma idea. I expected that. I like nuclear. I don't think I don't know. I don't know about nuclear. It's not like I hate playing on it, but I wouldn't say it's a bad map. I think the problem is it has so many 2-pointers. Then again, there was an area where the left side was just 1-pointers and everyone ignored it. Maybe nowadays with like the current knowledge and such, maybe it wouldn't be ignored as much as back then, but maybe everything should just be 1-pointers instead. Then maybe that would be better for the game. Push Charlie 2-pointer. You know? It might not be the worst idea. I don't know. Make Delta a 3-pointer. Now you're talking. I think there's no way to like properly fix this map without. I think the problem is just the river. With this map and with several others. Okay, Vickers are gonna drive down this road here. Maybe I can do something there. You're gonna like hover low here, maybe? I wanna deny helo drops here. I guess there are none. There's helicopters. That's blue mixed. Oh, that's a crit on the Puma. Honestly, let's get another one. Maybe you can. I also realize I have no AA on this side, which is probably a bad choice. I guess now we're not gonna do any of that. Did he just ignore this side? Ooh, glad I unloaded there. Wait, this is... Oh, this is mech? This is fucking mech, dude. Why is he playing mech? Oh, what's... It's a Kernest. Oh my god, dude. Right, he didn't actually do too much since he got a bit unlucky there. Like nice to squid here or something. Sure, go waste your rocket pods on that. You just fall into his fucking flank. Sure, let's go for it. I completely forgot about you. Is it my store? He's scared. He's scared. Oh, I know he's gonna have something behind my sides there. Behind my sides. In my sides. No, not the Chumat. Oh, okay. Honestly, you did good. You did good. I should turn you on, or UMGs, rather.
Yes, sir. Sky is out.
I should have evac both.
Got something for me? You spotted something? At your service, sir.
Let's resupply you.
Just spit it out. Here's a passenger.
Well, it's actually looking not too bad.
His right.
But he's gonna have something behind my fucking lines, as he just does. Where's my spawn? There it is. Like a Centurion here as well.
The sky is ours.
Get a supply yeah, okay, we have reinforcements, so let's get a supply truck and see if we can reinforce these. Would be incredibly helpful as evac. And very nice. It's really starting to like these Centurions more and more. There's some shit. AMX-10, of course.
Platoon is formed.
Fortunately, I don't really have anything with an autocannon or something that can quickly deal with it. I guess I can get like one of you in here. Put you in there. And I think we might want to get a CV. Right. Drive you here, beat him with his own weapons. Get you in the town there. No, you in there, fuck. Actually, no, let's get the Centurions there. It's gonna max us.
Yes, sir. On my way to coordinates. Out.
I did do like 4 damage to these SAS at least, with Splash. He hit me, but honestly I can deal with that. Like, I'm fine with that. Let's get like ASLAVs here, so there's like nothing just randomly driving through there. Oh, he's gonna put Chumats there.
I said the only good Rocky's a dead one. Someone need a guardian angel?
It's F-16. Let's resupply you, because we can. By the way, if that aim makes sense to let 2 front armor, like it had in the past, it would be dead.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Where's my H7? There it is.
Platoon's formed and ready.
Oh, hold on, does he still have SAS in there, or is it just an empty Puma? There's a Kernes. Get a rape here. Please, get punished. Oh, yes! The legendary Wolverine strikes again. This is only 1 front armor, so the rocket pods are gonna do a number on them. Alright, he got critted.
Platoon is formed and ready. What can the infantry do for you, sir? You spotted something?
You should get a CV next. Okay, you should hopefully win against the cannon. Yeah, okay, you do. Cheaper than the cannon, killed it, and now he has to deal with it with more points, so that's good. Get this ready. We should... What did you get damaged by? Oh, he probably has SAS sneaking around somewhere here. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's get this here. Okay, you're full HP again. Honestly, let's repair you as well. I think he still has one squad of Stormer here. Let's see if we can catch them.
Spotted something?
It's not a cannon.
We'll set up a new
Let's put you next to it so we can actually spot. Oh, I lost it.
The enemy is in range, so are we. Ahead.
Lost line of sight. You're gonna put in there. We're gonna just stay here so we can
Sweetheart.
move them wherever they're needed,
Breakfast in bed?
whenever they're needed.
Need some extra eyes?
Get another CV.
Transportation Corps ready for your orders, sir. Need a lift?
And I think then we're gonna buy this and make sure that there's really no SAS or some shit driving or sneaking around. Oh. We should get something to make sure these bridges are clear as well. Wolverine from X-Men is also... Okay, well, I mean, I think we deserve the win here. I should say it's feasible that we got this win in our bag, or relatively realistic. Far from guaranteed, of course, but it was looking good. But it's Blitzwars Internet. Let's take a quick look at the replay. So I'm gonna stop streaming, so also I'm not gonna play another game, so I'm gonna stop streaming basically now. But if you want me to look at any decks or something, I will still do that. In 3 hours you monitor, it's doing great. Like if you have any, if you want me to look at any decks of yours or anything along those lines, still up for doing that. But I'm not gonna play another game. If there's no deck requests, I'm gonna just stop streaming in like 2-3 minutes. Okay, let's take a look here. You got a crit on the Puma, which is nice, but these 2 missiles, unfortunately... Oh, I actually got a cannon here. I thought you completely missed. It's nice. Yeah, I think the Sea Harrier is honestly the right choice. Skill's also really nice. Here did the right choice and decided to reverse 1, so they're spread out. That might have saved the life of this one, because this one was slightly ahead beforehand already, and if they were so close and this one was further back, could have potentially died to those LGBs, because the LGBs were targeted, I believe, onto this Mexas by the looks of it, or maybe they were 5 positioned. This was a bit annoying, but whatever. Puma. I think this is the Puma that I was thinking later on, so I think this means there are no SAS here. Unfortunately, that I should have continued moving, then the Chumats wouldn't have done anything to that Vickers. I guess it would have died eventually to the AH1. Should have dealt with this earlier as well with those airborne. Or I guess the Sea Harriers. And yeah, he was very light now. He had no tanks or anything to support his stuff. I think getting those 2 Vickers was the right choice. Even if they didn't necessarily get the value of them, but I think still killing these AMX-10s just massively slowed them down and didn't allow them to get into here, which I think could have done a lot more damage than the 90 points that those Vickers cost me. Laser guy bomb goes off almost on top of this tank and he's chilling. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to be sitting in those tanks when those things just hit me, like 1 damage, okay. Yeah, these salvos are not the greatest, I agree. Coltrane, you mentioned it earlier. But I think, you know, while the Lynx is obviously better, I always have to pay premium, right? As in, like, I always have to buy it with infantry. The fact that I can get these for just 30 points, I think is still kind of nice. Here, Wolverine, just watch, just watch. SAS with their last stinger. Pow, and then the Wolverine 39%. Bam, bam. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why the Harrier was on 4 HP. Okay, I completely missed the fact that it fired actually on me. Shaken, so it missed a lot of the rockets. What did I lose the ass left to? I killed the cannon. I must have. If I lost it to the. Okay, that's the first cannon. If I actually loses this cannon, he must have gotten like a plane or something. Wow, what? It hit with both salvos. When does a cannon actually hit with both salvos, dude? What the fuck? What is this bullshit? Wouldn't even have would not have been able to snipe a civvy here. Probably with the AS9. Okay, so he was preparing a push here, interesting. Would have been tough against Suki-1s and all these M113s. Especially given the fact that I think he expected him to do more here. But the thing is, even if he pushed me out here, as long as I wouldn't just keep reinforcing and losing this shit for nothing, I would have been able to hold on to Fox to Alpha and still had this town, and probably had a point lead since I was gonna tick with +2. So even if we lose this, as long as he like doesn't just roll through into my 2-pointer, which would have been fine. Nah. Alright, so again, if there's anyone else wants me to take a look at their deck or give tips or whatnot, now is the time. Why do you think you got a worse side? I think the other side is worse because pushing into from the other side's perspective, the left 2-pointer is it's not nearly as easy as it used to be. Only like for motorized decks and like if you have AMAX sense and stuff and the like, then yes. Other than that, it's gonna be tough. And pushing the right 2-pointer, the way it's laid out, it's virtually impossible to get complete control over it unless your opponent is just completely empty and you have like so many, like 600 points or something along those lines, you know, a massive power difference. Whereas from my side, pushing the left 2-pointer, right, is generally more easy, and it's also more easy to just gradually get complete control over it. If that makes any sense. But, I mean, I could consider this, but I will need 2 shots, at least 2 shots for every vehicle that has more than 1 armor. If I had the access to like ITAU Lynxes, that would be very interesting. Maybe I should use the H7. That could kind of effectively deal with stuff like aim extents. I did use it in the past, and it's not really horrible. Is it? Let me quickly. Does have the same stats as the Fennec, right? Let me open the armory tool real quick, because sometimes it feels like the Fennec does a lot more. What's with the Sea Harrier? For helo hunting and in openers to prevent the enemy from helo dropping and protect my own helos from AA helos. Oh yeah, if someone has a question about... Hold on. Let's first take a look at this. Lynx, H7, Fennec, No, it's the same rate of fire, same gun. Fennec is very small. Yes, yes, of course. But I was most interested in a gun. Let me also take a look at the Gallop. No. So the armory tool also has a value for size, and it doesn't show any size for the Super Gallop. So either it's like if you are still in chat who wrote about the size of the Gallop, either he just misread or it's the value that has no effect in game, I believe. Again, I could be wrong, but that is my assumption. Favorite Commonwealth unit is Mirage 3 with the bombs and aim-9Bs for 65 points. Where is it? This one, right? Yeah, it's just not very survivable. But it's also very cheap, of course. It's kind of like a Hawk in a way. But I think these 610 HE bombs are not really comparable to, I think, to 15 HE bombs. Even though on paper it's like 30 versus 60 HE, but it's not quite how Wargame works. And it has no ECM. Let me actually quickly take a look at it. I'm still curious. You also get 5 of them. Oh, that's a wrong Mirage. 3. Let me quickly take a test. I'm not a huge... What? Let me just think. Nuclear. There's always towns in the starting spawn. I just do a quick test. I don't think it's gonna be too good, but let's just test out. Guess it's also do like this for comparison. Fire like in here and you fire in there, and I guess you fire in there. Alright. Let's see. It is a consideration since it actually has some short range missiles. Not the best, but I mean you can see it's just a very narrow. And even if you hit the infantry directly, it doesn't really. I'm not sold on it. It's just a very narrow. But hold on, let me show you something. I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not sure if I even tried it, but there's some interesting stuff you can do with it. With probably all bombers, but I remember Nande showing it off with the Mirage specifically. Nande Monai, if any of you remember him. Alright, so let's just fire precision here. I think it's... I was too late, I was too late. Let me try it again. If it works like I think it works, maybe I'm doing it wrong as well. Alright, I'm only 75 seconds time over target. You're gonna be thinking, Rasman, what the fuck are you doing? I know, just give me a second. Okay, I have to do another. Alright. There was some. Because I remember Nande doing some weird tricks where you drop the bombs really late. What if you do this? Turn them off? No. Doesn't work against. You have to quickly target ground. I mean, he did it with fire precision as well, so it doesn't really have to do with friendly units. I wasn't right-clicking on them, of course. You have to quickly target a ground again, yeah. Alright. But yeah, I'm not convinced. bomb load isn't great, and the bombs just have such a small AoE, so that blind bombing is doing very little damage. Maybe I should replace the Kahu, but I don't know with what. Maybe a Jaguar. Jaguar is honestly not too bad, you get 2 on Elite, but sometimes it's just incredibly inconsistent. Yeah, the Peace Pheasant with 25 bombs, not very good either. Alright, let's quickly show the deck again. I'll probably honestly do another stream of this, purely Commonwealth again. I don't know when, I don't know if it's gonna be the next stream, maybe the next stream is gonna be something else. We will see. SK PF1. Oh yeah, Peace Pheasant 1, yes, that's the one. I thought you were talking about the F1 first, but that's also Japanese, so I was confused. Just like a nuke Dwark. If you mean the F111C, then yeah. But it's also about Hilo Hunter and multi-role and whatnot, but yeah. Thanks for watching. We got a lot of viewers today, which is surprising. Very thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh yeah, that's a weird ass missile. It's not really an anti-tank missile originally or something along those lines. You don't take the marksman. The marksmen are all slow. This one is affordable, but also incredibly slow. And the other marksmen are just very expensive and still slow, and they're just as... I mean, they're fine, but they're slow and expensive. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know when I'll stream again, maybe later this week. You'll see, I guess, and hopefully see you next time.